cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Redskins going up against the Cowboys. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This offense, here are the starters. It features a very speedy wide receiver, a Duke Blue Devil, Jamison Crowder.
Exactly right, and we're not talking about hoops. We're talking about a slot receiver who knows how to run all the routes so well and really is crafty beyond his years.
And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
And now the defense for Dallas.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
Caught on the right side, Reed. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Cousins on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Cousins. This will be caught at about the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Cousins again. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 3 yards out. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now Prescott. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Jordan Reed was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And now a look at the Washington defense.
Whenever we talk about Zach Brown, the first thing that comes to mind is speed. He can absolutely fly at the linebacker position.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw is Prescott. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Prescott. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. And again, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Another pistol look here. Second down, Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Now Prescott. That's caught at the 1. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go.
Oh, look at this play call. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver taking it in. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And that one makes it 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down, Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down now after the pass completion. Cousins now on second down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 52 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On second down, Cousins again. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go now.
Cousins on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on second and goal. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That's caught at the 3. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
1 man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. And some room to work. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go!
To the air again, it's Cousins. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A first down throw for Cousins. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Dallas first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Prescott. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go! 3-19!
Cousins now on 2nd down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here we go!
On 3rd down, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Let's go! Flex round!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Come on, let's go!
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go. Man 38. Man 38.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now a 1st down following that long gain. First down, Prescott over the middle to Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And this one complete to Reed. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So now a 1st and 20. To throw, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
This one caught by Crowder. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down now after the incompletion. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Shift together here from the D-line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. 2nd down, Cousins. Pryor has it complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. A strong running. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Let's go.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going while they continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Prescott finding time. And Bryant's got it over the middle. A good pickup there. 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
On second down, Cousins again. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
A great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He's got time. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And now here come the Cowboys. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because